Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are continuing with our September Build a Journal Challenge, where we spend September building a journal one day at a time. And at the end of the month, you'll have a beautifully decorated, ready to go journal. And yeah, let's get started. So we are, it's September 24th, and we are making envelopes today. It says make 3 or more. I'm a freak. I'm making 4. You know, if you've been watching so far, you know that I have to have everything even, and I don't know why. So let's pull that aside, put that aside, and let me grab some papers. It is so much nicer now that I'm down in my basement because I can just grab easily a lot of stuff than I could when I was upstairs. I am making a racket though. Sorry about that. And then I just dropped a bunch. Oh, I just dropped my Cricut Joy mats. Well then. And oh, this one right here. Here we go. Okay, so I have 4 pieces of paper. There we go, ready to go. And I'm using my mini envelope punch board. Now, I'm not the best at making envelopes freeform. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I suck at it. So I can't show you a good way to do it. I have my envelope punch boards, and I have my punch boards for a reason. There's a reason I have all of my punch boards. It's to make my life easier. If you do not have a punch board, I'm guessing you can just make a square and notch it out and fold it. I can't do it. I'm not good at it. I'm sorry about that. But if you're a crafter, you have your ways. You might have dies. I actually have, let's see. I might use it. We'll see if I can find it. You ready? You ready for my die drawer? Oh, here's my die drawer. It's a mess. So let's see if I can find the die I am talking about. Let's see. Let's see. Probably not. It's probably buried on the bottom. Likelihood it's buried in the bottom. Probably. Oh, I also need this. I'm going to pull this out while I'm thinking about it. Oh, there it is. Okay. And you might be thinking, hey Mimi, why do you need that big set of dies? This is my KS Craft Truck Builder die. And I want to make a fall truck for the cover. So that's going to be on my journal cover, my topper. So I'm going to pull that out because I had it out. My big metal cart is falling apart, you guys. It is so crooked. I don't know what happened. It's like, bloop. I have to bring my boyfriend down here to figure out what's going on. Okay, so I have this little tiny Dress My Craft envelope die. I think I'm going to cut out a couple of these for 1 page. I think that would be cute. So I'm going to do that in, let's do it in the vellum maybe. I don't know, we'll see. And then I have my mini envelope punch board. So let's make, I'm just going to pick a size. So I need one that's 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Let's see if I can even do that. If I can't do that, nope. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Sounds great. I'm just picking a size that I have, the correct amount of paper. That's all. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I think this will probably maybe be the same. Maybe even smaller. Nope, it'll be even smaller. So we're going to do 2 3/4. I don't particularly care what size my envelopes end up being up. I just know I wanted small envelopes. We'll do 3 1/8. Because I think I can do 3 1/8. 3 1/8. Now, all I wanted was to make sure that I was doing smaller envelopes. That's all I really wanted. I just want small envelopes. And then this one I'm going to do, because it's a good size piece of paper, I'm going to do 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. Yep. I like the look of small, cute envelopes in my journals. There we go. And then this one, let me just cut down. Where's my die? Ay. Make sure I cut enough to use this die. So 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I also need my little die cut machine. Let me grab that. Hold on. Also, what's nice about being in the basement now is that everything is, there's not anything that's like super crowded. Before, everything was super crowded all the time, and I had stuff stacked upon stuff, and it got difficult to take things out, so it was really hard on my crafting. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie about that. It was difficult to craft stuff when everything was basically on top of everything. Then I'd have to remember to take things out. Oh look, I didn't have to cut that many. I just need 2. And now it's easier to grab what I need, but that is definitely backwards. I'm right-handed and that felt awkward. Okay, so we have 1, and then we'll cut out a second one, and then a third. I got this for Christmas last year from my son. Okay, and one more. I'm surprised my kid's not up yelling because the dog won't stop barking. My boyfriend says that he'll get used to it, but I don't think he will. Sammy is stubborn. Hold on. Okay, so these are done. Put this aside. All right. And then these here are done. These little teeny tiny ones, they're so cute. Let's put this die back in the package. And I can put it back in my die drawer. Is my die drawer not insane though? Oh no, that's ripped now. I'll have to find somewhere else. Not right now. Okay, so my punch board. I have the mini and the big. Well, I have the 1, 2, 3, and then I have this one. So let's get started on the punch board. This one was what? 3 3/4, I believe, right? Let me measure it because I already forgot. Yes, 3 3/4. All right, so if you don't know how this works, you choose your paper, you choose what card side would go in it. I just always go by the paper size because this envelope isn't for anything specific. So I cut it to 3 3/4. That means I have to line it up at 2 1/8, and the 2 1/8 is up here. And I line it up. I'm going to line it up this way. Why? I don't know. You punch and you take your teeny tiny scoring tool that comes with this one and score. And then you turn and you line up this with the edge you scored, which is different than the big one. And then you turn, and then this should line up at 2 1/8, and it does. That's how you know you're doing it right. Score again and line it up again. Okay, and then this, to round the corners, you put it in here and you punch, and that rounds the corners. If you have a corner rounder, you can also just use your corner rounder. Okay, so we have that one done. And the next one, this is 2 3/4. So we're going to punch at 1 3/8. Does that say 3/8? Yes. So right here, punch, score. And then you see the score little mark here. This lines up. Oh, you can't even frickin' see it. Let me turn the light off. It's the light. So you see this little, it's a little thing that sticks out, and it's in the score line. That's how you know where you line the next one up. So you take your score line, which is right here, and you line it up with that little blue notch. Do you see it now? You can see it from the top. It's right here. This is the little, just sticks out a little bit. And then you punch again. You turn and do the same thing, but it should line up if you've done it right. 1 3/8. And then you turn again. Okay. That's done, and we have one last one, and this was the biggest one at anybody 4.5. Okay, so 4.5 is right here, and you line it up at 2.5. Punch boards are so easy. Like I said, I'm guessing if you just follow this same by taking, I don't know, I'm not sure. I can't make an envelope to save my life unless I use my punch board. So, and even then it doesn't always work out. I'm gonna tell you. Get in there. Thank you. And then we're going to just round the corners. Okay. I want you round. It's very thin. And once you coffee dye paper, it gets so even flimsier. Okay. Let's put our little teeny tiny bone folder away. And then all you're going to do, I'm going to use my scraper, is fold the sides in where they belong, fold the top in, and then you have yourself a cute little envelope. That would not corner round though, so let me get my actual corner rounder. And this is probably 1/4 inch. I'm just going to put it in at 1/4 inch, and it didn't even take anything off. So, okay. Now we're going to glue, and I just glue down the sides, and there we go. One envelope. And then there we go. So we have one down, and then it's time to go on to the next. So do the same thing. You fold in on your score lines, and then fold up on another one, and then we can fold down, and then we're just going to glue. This one though, I am going to get out my ink and ink this part. What's nice is, I don't know if I've ever shown you the under cabinet, under sink, like things that I bought to organize with, but it works really well on this desk I have. It works very well. Okay, so then we have this one, And last but not least, oh no, it's not last. We have these little teeny tiny ones too. I'm going to ink this before I close it because I want some ink in here. I'm also trying to get ink off the lid. That ain't gonna work. I also re-inked before I moved everything down, so. My ink pad should be nice and juicy. I haven't used it since. Okay. There we go. Okay, I have to go upstairs after this video and check on the stupid dog. Okay, so that's a third envelope. And then we have these little teeny tiny ones. And they fold in. They're super tiny. Look at how tiny they are. They're so tiny. So tiny. Oh, I guess I can turn my light back on. There we go. They're super tiny. So tiny. I don't even remember what I got that die for. I specifically bought it on scrapbook.com. I don't even remember for what. I must have had a plan for it, but whatever the plan was, I didn't do it. I can tell you that. Okay. So I'm just going to put the teeniest amount of glue there. Okay, and then I'm actually going to clip them shut, and we'll move on to the next one. Teeniest amount of glue, and clip it shut. And the last one. And clip it shut. Okay, that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. I can't fit that in there. Yeah, so now it's your turn. It's your turn now to make some envelopes or use pre-made envelopes. You do you. I like to make my own, but you can use pre-made, you can use a die, you can use a punch board, you can make them by hand, and if you can, good on you, because I stink at it. So there we go. We have 4 different size envelopes, and then these 3 little guys. They're so cute. They're drying, but they're so cute. So, thank you for joining me today. And since I made something today, you know what that means. That means tomorrow we're going to find the perfect spots and add them into our journal. Yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know your preferred method for making envelopes. I'm really curious to know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for joining me today. Now I gotta go walk upstairs and check on a dog. Have a great rest of your day.